Flight Z917, a true story that defies logic. Introduction. The flight that disappeared into thin air. Welcome to Shock Story. I'm Billy, and today I bring you one of the most bizarre and unexplainable mysteries in aviation history. This is the mind-blowing true story of Flight Z917, a real-life event so strange and terrifying that it has shocked scientists, baffled experts, and fueled countless conspiracy theories. Imagine a commercial airliner vanishing without a trace. No wreckage, no distress signal, no evidence of a crash, only to reappear 25 years later with its passengers and crew completely unchanged. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? Well, this really happened. Strap in, because what you're about to hear will haunt you forever. Chapter 1. The Fateful Journey. The date was July 9th, 1997. Flight Z917, operated by Japan Airlines, was scheduled to depart from Tokyo Narita International Airport and land at Los Angeles International Airport, LAX. Okay. It was a routine flight, a Boeing 747, carrying 239 passengers and crew members. Among them were business travelers, tourists, and families eager to destination. Captain Hiroshi Tanaka, a veteran pilot with over 20 years of experience, was in command, assisted by First Officer Kenji Yamamoto and a highly skilled cabin crew. The plane took off at exactly 11:15 p.m. The weather was clear, and there were no reported technical issues. Everything was perfectly normal until it wasn't. Chapter 2. The Vanishing Act. At 2:37 a.m., just as Flight Z917 was crossing the Pacific Ocean, something impossible happened. Suddenly, air traffic control in Honolulu, Hawaii, which was monitoring the plane's progress, lost all contact. The plane's transponder went silent and the flight disappeared from radar. There was no distress call, no emergency signal, nothing. It was as if Flight Z917 had been erased from existence. The FAA, Federal Aviation Administration, immediately launched a search and rescue mission. The US Navy, the Japanese Coast Guard, and even satellites joined the hunt. For months, search teams scoured the ocean for any sign of the aircraft. But there was no debris, no oil slick, no floating wreckage, nothing at all. The official investigation concluded that Flight Z917 had likely suffered a catastrophic failure, causing it to crash into the Pacific. But one thing didn't make sense. How could a massive Boeing 747 simply vanish without leaving a single trace? Chapter 3. The Impossible Return. For 25 years, the world believed that Flight Z917 was lost forever. Families mourned their loved ones, airlines updated their safety protocols, and the incident faded into history as just another aviation mystery. Then, on August 13th, 2022, something happened that no one could explain. At exactly 3:42 a.m., air traffic control at Los Angeles International Airport, LAX, received a distress signal from an unknown aircraft. The signal used outdated radio frequencies that hadn't been in use since the 1990s. Controllers checked their radar screens, and what they saw shocked them to their core. A Boeing 747 had appeared out of nowhere, moving toward the runway. The ID number of the aircraft was confirmed. It was Flight Z917. For a moment, the entire control tower went silent. This was impossible. Flight Z917 had been missing for 25 years, yet here it was, preparing to land as if nothing had happened. Chapter 4. The Passengers Who Never Aged. As soon as the plane touched down, emergency teams rushed to the runway, expecting to find a ghost plane, maybe some wreckage, maybe a derelict aircraft from the past. Instead, what they found defied all logic. The 239 passengers and crew were still on board, alive, unharmed, and completely unaware that they had been missing for a quarter of a century. But here's the most terrifying part. They had not aged a single day. Their clothes, passports, luggage, and even newspapers were all exactly as they had been in 1997. Their watches were still ticking, showing the date as July 9th, 1997. To them, only hours had passed. When authorities questioned the passengers, their answers were identical. They remembered nothing unusual. The flight was going smoothly when suddenly there was a flash of white light. Then, in what felt like a split second, they were landing. None of them had any idea that 25 years had passed. Captain Hiroshi Tanaka was in total shock. He kept repeating, "This is impossible. We just left Tokyo a few hours ago." The world was stunned. How could a plane vanish for 25 years and return exactly as it was? Chapter 5, Theories and Explanations. To this day, no one knows what happened to Flight Z917, but there are many theories. 1. Time warp or dimensional shift. Some believe the plane entered a time rift, possibly a wormhole or a glitch in reality. The passengers experienced no time passage, while in our world, 25 years had gone by. 2. Alien abduction. Others suggest that Flight Z917 was taken by extraterrestrials and later returned, with the passengers having no memory of the event. 3. A government cover-up. Conspiracy theorists believe the government is hiding the truth. Was the plane part of a secret experiment? Was it caught in a classified military project? Final chapter, the unanswered mystery. What really happened to Flight Z917? Did it slip into another dimension? Was it kidnapped by unknown forces? Or is there something even stranger at play? The world may never know, but one thing is certain. This is one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in history. Conclusion. What do you think? What do you believe happened to Flight Z917? Leave your theories in the comments below, and if you love shocking true stories, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Shock Story. This is Billy, signing off. Until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and never stop questioning reality.